Hey fam, Chichi here. Welcome back. This is going to be round 2 of perfumes I've been buying behind your back, niche edition. So yeah, I picked up a few perfumes over the course of a few months, like a lot of months, and we're just gonna haul it all. So if you're new here, hey, I'm Chichi and I talk about all things lavish but logical. So if that's your sort of thing, go ahead, subscribe, make some friends in the comment section, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Tom Ford is a brand that you literally have to go back and forth with as far as whether you like it or not. You've got to try it multiple times and you definitely need to try it on skin. And for some reason, I never smelled this particular perfume, but Tom Ford's Soleil Neige stole my heart. I know a lot of people talk about Soleil Blanc. That's cool, but it ain't got shit on Soleil Neige. But I just want to show you guys how it comes packaged, just in case you've never seen it. So it comes like that, boom, plow, bam. Here is the bottle. And honey, oh, it smells so damn good. To me, this smells like a candied lime encapsulated in a piece of craft ice. Ooh, it's got that bergamot in it and just sweetness. The first day I wore this, I got a compliment from a coworker, and she was just like, who sprayed something? Like, something smells really good over here. And I was like, that's me. And so yeah, this one I 100% fell in love with. Besides Lost Cherry, which I can't find right now, Soleil Neige, ooh, she was just like, wow, she captivated my attention. Now, because it's got this whole lime situation popping off, people say it smells like bathroom cleaner. I don't get that, but I can see what you're trying to do with that. But oh my God, this just smells so clean and refreshing and just cold and just, I freaking love this scent. I definitely love it better than Soleil Blanc. Y'all can have that because I'm gonna rock out with this one. I love the scent of this. This one I picked up from Maxaroma. They had a really good sale and I was like, yeah, let's go get it. One thing about Tom Ford, I'm just like, Tim. As much as this goes for, can we get a better cap, please? I know not to pick it up from the cap. So I picked it up not good enough from the body. And because I had lotion on my hand, it slipped out. All my perfumes came tumbling, crashing down, and I got a nick in my bottle. So Tom Ford, at some point, can you update the damn caps? Because this is ridiculous for how much we spend on these. Sir. It's BS, but I digress. So after I bought Soleil Neige, I instantly remembered, like, damn, didn't Chris Love Lux say that she gets her Tom Fords from the cosmetic company stores? Every time I've gone to a cosmetic company store, I've always been in Florida. So I was like, how dare I be near Jersey Gardens and not have known this? So what did I do? Exactly what any person in their right mind would do. I called up, I went down there, I said, hey, what do you guys have? At the time they had Rose Prick and Bitter Peach, and I ended up coming home with Bitter Peach. Now, Bitter Peach, I was really digging when I was sampling. Every time I sampled it, it was smelling good. And I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna buy the bottle. Now that I have it, I'm not in love with it. I don't know if it's this particular bottle. I don't know if my nose is, I guess, maturing as I've been adding on more perfumes to my collection, but I don't know. It does smell like a boozy peach, but the more I wear it, the more it starts low-key, very high-key, smelling like rotten fruit, to the point of it kind of smells like vomit. But the saving grace is a layering combination. So I've been actually layering this with Kilian's Angel Share. So I be getting a whole boozy peach cinnamon pie. And that's what I've been using to, you know, thug this one out. But it was so weird because I knew every time I sprayed it, I would like bitter peach. And now that I have it, it's just like, it's not vibing with me right now. And I don't know what had happened, because if that was the case, I might have could have got rose prick instead. But I'm still on the hunt for Lost Cherry. That's the one I really want. Y'all know I test a lot of fragrances, and I actually spin the block on a lot of them. And I found myself really like getting into tobacco, surprisingly. And I was like, you know what? I'm really digging AMOUAGE. So I picked up Sunshine. I think I got this from Maxaroma as well. And I've been loving this. It's so crazy because this one had the white tobacco. I think it had, what else did, I think it was an incense in here. I think maybe a little patchouli, leather, a whole smorgasbord. Notes that I did not vibe with. But for some reason, the blend of this just was like, oh. When I spun the block on this one, I was just like, yeah. Yeah, sis needs this. So I've been rocking this, and I'm very happy to add it to my collection. I love the packaging and the presentation of it. Like, I didn't even really like show it properly. This is a very like hardy piece of packaging. But yeah, I was just like, okay, Sunshine. On those days where I'm probably in the house and I'm not really doing much and don't want to wear my good perfumes, that's when I'll, you know, spin the block on perfume samples that I've already tried. And when I did that, I was just like, okay, she's giving what I need. And maybe because we are in fall right now I'm like, oh, it feels like the leaves are changing with this one. It's that white tobacco. I think that's truly the note that's like reeling me in. But I freaking love this one. It was just like, okay, I'm glad that I added that one to my collection. This one I'm still on a little bit of the fence with, and that comes from Mancera. I found Instant Crush on Marshall's website. When this popped up, I was like, I know the girls was talking about Instant Crush and that being really good. It comes in the little, you know, satchel. And I was like, let me see how I feel about Instant Crush. The funny thing is, some people are like, oh, this is beast mode. You only need a couple of sprays and stuff like that. It's not beast mode on my skin. Not in the slightest. I was actually speaking to a fellow YouTuber. He has a really like pretty new channel. His name is Carrie Jermaine Wooten. And shout out to you, sir. He had actually uploaded a video on Instant Crush. So I was like, okay, let me see what a man is saying. I want to see his perspective on this. And he also said it was beast mode and stuff like that. And we started talking, and I'm like, I just got this, and she's not giving what I need. I can smell it, but it wasn't like taking up and wafting through the room the way I thought it was going to do. So the next day when I wore it, I went to town. I did like maybe 15 sprays, and I would catch whiffs of something that smelt a little sweet, but it wasn't like, oh my God, yeah, that's me, girl. And then I went to go get boba tea during my lunch break, and the lady behind the counter, she was like, oh my God, what are you wearing? You smell so good. And for the life of me, I couldn't remember the name of this because I couldn't smell it. And I looked at her crazy because I'm like, what are you smelling? Because I don't smell anything. So I was drawing a literal blank about what I was wearing. Maybe I went a little nose blind to it. Maybe I oversprayed, but I tried it again, and just with, you know, a normal, like regular person's just pulse points, you know, something like that. And like, I smell it, but I don't smell it through the air. The jury's still out on this one. This is like a spicier Baccarat. I don't know where y'all getting that Baccarat comparison from. Like, this is definitely not Baccarat. Where? Like, maybe from the cap? Slightly if you were drunk. instant crush, I'm not instantly crushing on. Remember crushes? I wish I was young. I wish I had crushes, but this one is not a crush for me. Definitely not. Like, I don't even think about her. I'm gonna play with it a little bit longer. I think I still got a couple of days in order to return this, but I don't know. I had zero plans on picking this up, but y'all know I love a discount. INITIO, I love that brand. So this is Magnetic Blend number 7. Honey, when I say this was heavily discounted, I was like, oh, I gotta get this. Throw that back here. I love their presentation as well. It's just like, oh yes, love it. Y'all seen me unbox a few of INITIO fragrances. This was on Saks off 5th. I was shocked and gagged that this was on there. And I was like, ooh, okay, this was 45% off, but I didn't pull the trigger yet. And then one weekend, it was save an additional 25%. Say what now? 45 plus 25 is add to cart. Y'all know I already have Musk Therapy in my collection, but I find that Musk Therapy gets very powdery on my skin. So I was like, okay, I really did like Magnetic Blend 7. This is also a musk, it's a light musk. I feel like there's sandalwood in here because there's a light creaminess at the tail end that I'm just all the way here for. So I really also wanted to buy this because I mix my Musk Therapy with Meliora from Parfums de Marly. So now this is gonna step in as well. And you know, when I don't wanna feel beastly with Musk Therapy, I just wanna reel it in a little bit. Now I'm gonna mix it with Parfums de Marly Meliora to get that light musk that I was trying to get with Musk Therapy, because damn, I don't know why Musk Therapy is beastly on me. Like, girl, let me tell y'all. I choked myself out accidentally. I went in for an iron treatment. I have very low iron. That's a whole nother story. My doctor is also an oncologist, so she also has cancer patients getting their treatments, right? We're also wearing masks, so all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I just start choking. And I'm like, ugh. You don't want to be coughing around like cancer patients. And I felt so bad. That musk just intensified. It just caught me in the throat. And I was just like, okay, is this drip done? Because I need to get the hell out of here. This is actually good if you want to layer with. So that's what I plan on doing with this one. And for the price that I got it for, I was like, shit, INITIO? Abso-freaking-lutely. The last perfume was a blind buy. I haven't purchased Lost Cherry, and I just got the Polina Char collaboration with Navitus. And I've smelt Kayali's Love Fest, and now I'm cherry obsessed. So I did a little research, and I heard on Curb that Bodacious, the Victorious, had a cherry fragrance, and this is Bodacious. This is how it is packaged. And let's talk about this presentation though. Look at this. I picked this up from Selfridges. I ordered this, and I'm thinking the shipping is gonna be pretty quick, because I think I want to say Sharita, she orders from Selfridges, and I think she says that the shipping is quick. So I ordered this on like the 1st. They sent me my email like, oh, you know, yeah, package is out of this building, whatever. Here's your tracking information. So when I hit the tracking information button, I got the 404 error page. So I'm like, okay. So I just waited it out, thugged it out. Fast forward 10 days later, I'm like, I still haven't received my package. So thank God for the little chat function feature. So I started a chat and I said, hey, I ordered it this date, is now this date. I just want the tracking information. I'm still being mindful that, you know, this is coming from the UK. So the person on the chat is like, give me a couple of minutes. They do their 1s and 2s. And she comes back and she's like, okay, you should be receiving your shipping information in 24 hours. So I'm like, all right, cool. Next day, sure enough, got a shipping information, and my package was to me in 2 days. Now, I feel like something happened and it wasn't fulfilled. But I do remember when I purchased this, it did say like the last bottle. So I'm thinking they forgot to, you know, send me an email saying, hey, we ain't got it no more, or somebody bought it in person. That's what I'm thinking in my head. But I will say, Selfridges, they gave me a little dust bag and everything. I was like, okay, Selfridges, like, that's how you doing it. But let's talk about the actual fragrance. Of course, I wanted a cherry scent, and this is supposed to be a booziness. Now, is it Tom Ford Lost Cherry? No, this is way woodier than Lost Cherry. And I was like, okay, I get that sour cherry liqueur cherry, but it's definitely woody. Absolutely. It's still beautiful though. I really, really love the scent, and it projected on me. I was feeling good. But what I was going to pair this with is Venom of Love by Polina Shar and Navitus. I paired those two together. It just gave Venom of Love like a little extra like base to it, a little bit more because of the woodiness in here. So I was like, oh, that layering combination, I am here for. It just deepened it up. It made it a little bit more grown, like strong daddy. But yeah, this bottle, I absolutely love it. I know a lot of girls don't like it, maybe because they feel like it's very like masculine. To me, this is giving Joan of Arc. This cap looks like I should be putting wax on it and stamping a letter. Is it, you know, curbing my Tom Ford? For the most part right now, a little bit, just a hint of it. But I'm always going to be chasing the goat of Tom Ford until I add it to my collection. I don't want to get all of the cherries. I know there's a Duchessa, do something. I know that's a cherry fragrance that a lot of people rant and rave about. But I'm not trying to collect them all like Pokemon. I just want like the good stuff. Give me the good stuff. And I feel like this one is really good, especially with all, like the woodiness and the cherry booze. It's actually making me hungry. I am hungry right now. But yeah, I'm very happy to have added this one to my collection. I don't plan on buying any more Niche perfumes until 2023 because girl, I've been doing a lot. She's been doing the most right now. She needs to calm down and reel it in. But yeah, so far my collection is shaped up very, very well, and I'm very happy with it. But in the meantime, check out some of my other videos, and I will catch you in the next one.